Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, I want to give our praises to Yahweh, our Shem, our Shai, our Shem, our Kodash. Double honors unto our elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to all our brothers and all you pushing this word in sincerity and in truth. To them that believe, Shalom. Brothers are from Camp Jamaica,
Nahal.
and basically watching the series, right?
Yeah.
AD Kingdom and Empire. And based on how Yahweh Shai came on the scene, Yahweh Shai is who really they call Jesus Christ. Or put it out there, that's his true name in the Hebrew, and the Most High's true name in the Hebrew as well is Yahweh. Right, so the name of the Most High in the Hebrew is Yahweh, and his son's true name in the Hebrew is Yahweh Shai, which is a so-called black man as well. Which solidified the point of you so-called Negroes, Native Americans, Hispanics, and Latinos are the true biblical Israelites. But back to the topic, as we entitled this, the prophets were regular men. Watching the movie or the series, should I say, people wanna get it. Is because them think like prophets like they might do some things like Elijah, which even if they need that time Elijah, same thing they don't do. Is because them we know I most I blind them. But majority of people who fear sign. Is if you wanna do like spectacular miracles or come down with high sky and modern day time people look for a white a cracker. Is much angels actually dark skin. Right, but the prophets them it'll be regular men, right? Which on a deeper sense than really regular. Is but in the eyes of the public it'll be regular men we know is me or grow up with or go work with or sleep on the roadside. Right? And then when the man most will basically put him spirit on right for preaching word. So I want to start off with let me see. I'm gonna kick it off with let's see, we can kick it off with Matthew. Yeah, 12. Yeah, the one is 120 you want to see? I think 11, no 11. It's not at all, the spirit 112, so read 12. We can do 11.
I'm going to start at 38. Alright, this is St. Matthew, chapter 12, verse 38. Then certain of the scribes and the Pharisees answered, saying, Master, would we see a sign from thee? But he answered and said unto them, An evil and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign, and there shall no sign be given to it, but the sign of the prophet Jonas.
Right, and Jonah was a regular man. He's a man come out and he prophesied to Nineveh, but Nineveh actually, people of Nineveh at that point actually repented, and most of the whole part of destruction at that point. So ultimately, basically, drop the judgment upon them, but not in that time span yet. Right, so what the scripture said, them not see no other sign but what of Jonah, because Jonah is a prophet. Right, scripture saying Isaiah, can get from me, Baba Kosha, Isaiah chapter 8 verse 18. And then we can go straight to Matthew 11.
18.
Come.
Alright. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 8, verse 18. Behold, I and the children whom the Lord had given me.
And I is referring to what Isaiah. Isaiah is a prophet. Right? Word prophet only means to say before. That's it. The idea is a mouthpiece with the Most High. Right?
Behold, I and the children whom the Lord had given me are for signs and for wonders in Israel from the Lord of hosts, which dwelleth in Mount Zion. And when
yeah, that's the point, isn't it? Right. So what the sign are the prophets. And the fella like right now you basically got 144,000, right? Seal where you see brothers out there on the streets is prophesying, right, letting you know the truth, right? The true bread of the scriptures and prophecy was to come. And the scripture actually tell you how to determine who is who. Right? So like say alright, so you come to the point where you know say the prophets at this point might not be nothing miraculous, and you're saying come in a suit and tie and come from theologian school. Right? And just regular man where as basically what them call it, what them say to Yahweh Shai isn't it the carpenter's son, right? Mary and mother and him brother and his sister them with because that's not when them grew up and grew amongst, yeah? Right? That's the prophet, that's a prophet life, and nobody's spontaneous where you just come down out of the heavens and float down and then you start water hurt you. No. Right? Regular man, the most I just put him spirit pan to basically push him right. And how you know if you basically push the word of the Most High, it have to go hand in hand with the Bible. Right? The scripture tell you that. Deuteronomy actually. Deuteronomy chapter 18, and you can start at 20.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 18, verse 20. But the prophet which shall presume to speak a word in my name, which I have not commanded him to speak, or that shall speak in the name of other gods, even that prophet shall die.
Thank you.
And if thou say in thine heart, how shall we know the word which the Lord had not spoken?
Yes, so we know why true prophet. Is we know who fake and who real. If they should be regular men, not always doing miracles, because that come to a point where God's only will be endured with spiritual power. Not everyone on the elect on this side will get spiritual power, right? But them all can do healing, speaking different languages, miracles, as Yahushua said, right? He that believeth in me shall do greater works than him do. Him turn water and wine, him heal the sick, and restore sight, restore like people who lose hand or foot. He's take out demon out of people, he walk on water, he multiply food. I scripture tell us how majority of the things that we do, them could write the word in the scriptures. When say greater works, what him do, we will do after. Right? But at the end of the day, it's not all of the elect of basically have that power. And you have basically people on the left hand side work with you with the dark one, the chakra, food, what you call it, hobby, will basically have certain things as well. But how you going to know who right from them now go hand in hand with the scriptures. Alright, because scripture are the foundation. Go on.
When a prophet speaketh in the name of the Lord, if the thing follow not, nor come to pass, that is the thing which the Lord had not spoken, but the prophet had spoken it presumptuously, thou shalt not be afraid of him.
Yeah, so a man chat, like for instance, he did them will say, oh, the word I done in that, I think about 2015, May, something like that. Well, we in 2019. Is me and done. So no say my idiot, no go so. 2012 vision, we are here. Still not happen. Right, see, based on what prophets say, right, when the time come and some false prophet will tell you things are far off, many days to come to try to basically make a trust in them. But in the idea, scripture say, seek you out of the book of the Lord and read. Is him and prove all things. So if you not go on in the scriptures, you know it's all foolish. So I see really prove a real prophet. But at the end of the day, they are just regular men. Right, as Yahushua made the statement, you can pull Matthew chapter 11, I think about verse 8.
This is St. Matthew chapter 11, verse 8.
Yes, sir, 7.
Verse 7. And as they departed, Yahushua began to say unto the multitudes concerning John
the Baptist. And if you know John the Baptist, when wear camel skin as him clothes. And him used to link yam, locust and honey. If you look on, can you imagine now you look on a man that modern time while wear camel skin and yam locust. And honey. They look on him like a madman. When in the day, the most they deal him can push the doctrine, he might teach exactly how the scripture said. So I say no man, no special man who you see like him and listen or anything like that. You see him just float around. No, or everybody alert him. And I say thing go out, the prophets are just regular men. Endure with the spirit. After our worship or shine arm, and that movie me basically recommend every vacuum or faithful system out there if you actually watch that move, that series. We know them put some multiple foolish in there, but at the end of the day, you give an understanding or a vision, or when no one wants to use the word vision or imagery of how things was back then. Is how the Most High work things and when Yahushua on the scene. And you give an understanding of a vision, it look like a vision where it's not in the term of prophetic vision, but it give a imagery of how things were back then, so you have a better understanding. You see me? So I recommend you watch it because it show you, say people say, well, you know Peter this fisherman, he say me come from Galilee and watch the one here, Matthew, tax collector, right? We must say I deal with him, oh Holy Spirit. I see him thing they do up to this day. Right, that's why Stephen come and rebuke them and say, which one are prophet them will never chastise. Come on, believe them, brethren. And even if them do certain, Yahushua say what? Alright, don't believe me for me say, but believe me for the work's sake then. Alright, but nevertheless, you know, say your son just blinded. Right, so read that, start to go back to question.
And as they departed, Yahushua began to say unto the multitudes concerning John, what went ye out into the wilderness to see? A reed shaken with the wind? But what went ye out for to see? A man clothed in soft raiment? Behold, they that wear soft clothing are in king's houses.
Yeah, so them way bling out is in your look. We're in a royal apparel. Yeah, king's house, yeah. And the prophets are not like that. Prophets are regular rugged. Now I say one of them will be rugged. But majority of the time, because we know Daniel was like the president of the US, isn't he? Because after the issue with the lions, then get promoted. Isn't he? Also, Zerubbabel was promoted as well. And so we know it's a certain prophet here was of certain level in society, but the majority were just regular men. And you have to just, according to the scripture, which you really go back to faith, that's why can just give me that question, Hebrews 11:6. You really go back to faith, and at the end of the day, faith is a gift. So we said the most sign of select you have to really believe that you should your answer.
Alright, this is Hebrews chapter 11 verse 6. But without faith it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to the Most High must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him.
Yeah, so in the idea you just have to have faith if you have come to the Most High and believe that he is, and that he will work with them money. You have to have faith because I don't know you have to see what tangible. Like for instance, this Yahushua said, when you read on verse 1 as well, Yahushua said to Peter, said, flesh and blood reveal it unto him, but the Holy Spirit, certain things it does, so much this makes sense. Like coming to this show, me hear all kind of bullshit, all kind of philosophy. But when me hear this, you just resonate good with my spirit. How can I literally prove, say, the Most High name Yahweh and his son name Yahushua? We don't have physical proof of this. Is me really go back to faith. Right. But me can't prove say me Israel. But according to the scripture, which me have faith in, is me can prove say me Israel. But if you want tangible things, you know that they exist. That scripture say the just shall live by faith. Because of faith, you have to have your faith based to endure these last days, which it actually is a gift from the Most High. You can read on verse 1.
Right, so this is Hebrews 11 verse 1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen.
Yeah, the evidence of things not seen, so it's not tangibly out. You cannot see it and see my track record here from Dark Monday, then when you go in Africa, we descend from them down there, or see the right, so we come over here in the west, we come from them one here. No, we don't have that here, we don't have no proof. You see, but as scripture said, the Spirit bears witness with our spirit that we are the sons of the Most High, and hold with that by faith. Right, can get some point now with the prophet them, you can give me Amos, because the one that's solid. You see me, Amos 7, yeah, 7:14.
Alright, this is the book of Amos, chapter 7, verse 14. Then answered Amos and said to Amaziah, I was no prophet, neither was I a prophet's son.
Yeah, me can say the same. Is me I never a prophet, I'm just a regular person growing up in the world. Me I'm a prophet's son. But what?
But
I think Peter they can say same. Well, a prophet they can majority no one say well them because some descend from them fathers which technically we all do. But in this life, we don't descend from the prophet's son, we are a prophet from a born, we are prophesied things. No! regular niggas in the world. Some shit me used to go on with, yo. Shame people speak of it. Right? But at the end of the day, yo, the spirit basically as like Paul. Is me Paul what? Paul I want murderer. Is me one that killed and persecute this church, yo. Until the most I stop him right track and say, hey, yo, alright, so I want to do this now. So even the Israelites them, right, Christians, really I won't use Christian so but the Israelites them, where they believe in the Yahushai, right? Even when them see Paul come, they say, well, this man I persecute me. Right, them shot themselves, but at the end of the day we have to accept it. Because at the end of the day he repent and he will go hand it and he will teach what the scripture say. So what we do? Right, we were all regular men until the Most High pulled me onto this fold. And we basically continue the journey, you know, like pass on the torch. Right, so you must have seen him there, but he might never a prophet. He might never a prophet son, but what?
But I was a herdman.
Herdman basically he might take care of like man in today and say like sheep, goat and cow. Is no, never in there. Got to the area or maybe fowl, maybe you have a couple fowl too. Who knows? Right? Because in Israel custom we don't eat swine. It's abominable. Right? So we don't do that. It's against the law of the Most High. If I continue doing that, I'm going to kill it. Please repent. Continue.
And the gatherer of sycamore fruit.
Yeah, of sycamore fruit. Right? So regular man, you see me? Herd man. Take care of cattle and I get a sycamore fruit like when we come from then I say the thing we much used to kind of fuck up the thing now, people pick coffee. Isn't it? So well, I never used to do it still, but isn't it right? Majority of people used to pick coffee and raise animal at my place. Right? But I same thing. Brothers used to do them we used to farm. So me can say I was a farmer.
Basically, never food. Regular life.
Regular person. Everybody in my community know me as the man where after our household they would know my daddy, they know my mother, they know my grandfather, they know my sibling them. Right, until they basically start teaching children. I see him look down my get pan. I say, who is this? He say, where you learn all of them from? He say, I listen you. I don't know nobody. But at the end of the day, yo, it is true. And the scripture I get speak yo, so regardless of where it come from, it is what it is. You just have to accept it. I'm not looking for no spontaneous. But I don't know if he's all up on my terms and me really is like, oh, my terms I like my tell. No, it's like, yeah, big up yourself, I true that, but we know I never see him. Man.
And the Lord took me as I followed the flock, and the Lord said unto me, go, prophesy unto my people Israel.
Alright, you see me? So, regular man, until the Most High say, yo, you need to do this. Moses is another example. Moses is a regular man, was born in a captivity. His mother hide him, then he grew up in a Pharaoh house. Then he see two Jacob fight, him rebuke him. First him see one Egyptian, is him beat one Israelite and him basically kill him. Is then the next day he go out and see two Jacob fight him and try part them. And the man basically make him, oh, you want to kill me like Egyptian, who make a rule over me? Is him then him cut, and then a couple days after him basically Moses met him and sent him back in Egypt. So yo, you are going to be my prophet. He's a regular man. Right? You can get the account for even Jeremiah. Ezekiel, regular man. If you check the whole of the prophets them in the scriptures, they were regular men. So if you have basically say, oh, they man need for this if you portray certain character, do certain miracles, or me have to sit, yo, you look for a sign, yo. Is there a scripture say, oh, this wicked generation seek it for a sign, but them not get the sign what them look for. Is me the only thing you want to hear is that the prophet them will come and them will prophesy again great kingdom in many countries.
As I said that there was this commotion about this so-called prophet Elijah somewhere down in Africa, you see me? Where they want to say, yo, he called on fire out of the sky and make rain fall in Kenya, a part of Kenya where rain hasn't been falling since, you see me? So basically through them false signs a lot of people start flock to him. You know what I mean? So it's just, as I said, they look for a sign, you know?
Yeah, and the majority that they were falling. Even if him did do to it, which we don't believe that, is him from the left hand side because the Most proved that with Moses and the Pharaoh, magician them. Right, a lot of the things where Moses do, them do it. Them, for them right turn in a snake, them turn water in a red. You see me? Them do a lot of things. Right, so you show the left hand side, but in the day, yo, a man after go what the scripture say. And I see a judge who is right and who is wrong. Because they were just regular man. Carry the Jeremiah.
Alright, this is Jeremiah chapter 1 verse 4. Then the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee, and before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee, and I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. Then said I, Ah, Lord Yahweh, behold, I cannot speak, for I am a child.
So here Jeremiah tell him Moses, I say, oh man, I just want to go youth. We can't prophesy for you against them people, yeah? Right, a lot of brother you coming and truth on them young. Me get basically waking up when I was about 16. It's me a young man. Right? So yeah, we are youth, yo, regular man. Regular man in the most side just say, hey, he was just people say tell Hananias, say Paul was a chosen vessel. Which have been called, hope to be chosen. Is him so we are continue with that narrow path. Regular man, wake up. Is him if I don't see me easy like, if I don't see how the name of the Most High, what my purpose when they hurt, right, and basically doing it. As we get delivered. Nothing special, right, in the eyes of the general public.
But the Lord said unto me, Say not, I am a child. For thou shalt go to all that I shall send thee, and whatsoever I command thee, thou shalt speak. Be not afraid of their faces, for I am with thee to deliver thee, saith the Lord. Then the Lord put forth his hand and touched my mouth, and the Lord said unto me, Behold, I have put my words in thy mouth. See, I have this day set thee over the nations and over the kingdoms, to root out and pull down, and to destroy and throw down, to build and to plant.
Clear into the point, and that's Jeremiah, which was a youth. And Jeremiah was a great prophet, because that's what the Most High used simple things you heard. Basically, scripture to that, I think we have it as well in 1 Corinthians 1, 17. You see, the Most High, I had an idea to it, Most High now raise up like no big celebrity and no well famous man. We know, but if you preach majority of the prophet, they're never famous like that. You see me? Right, they're not famous. As they say, watching the series here, right, the prophets were just regular men. The disciples were regular men, fishermen, tax collector. You see me?
And the brother did make a point at one point. They must say, if the Most High raise up like a celebrity, people would have flocked to listen just because of the celebrity see it. They wouldn't come to hear the true message.
No sincerity behind it.
Yeah, no sincerity, you know what I mean? So the Most High know what do when them choose base men, basically. But not base like Esau. Slap. Alright, so this is 1 Corinthians chapter 1 verse 17. For Hamashiach sent me not to baptize, but to preach the gospel, not with wisdom of words, lest the cross of Hamashiach should be made of none effect.
Not with wisdom of words, yeah? Right, they're eloquent, speaking profoundly, big words. No. Alright?
For the preaching of the cross is to them that perish foolishness.
It's the regular man, you know, say, you should come back to them, so-called black man, and him put the so-called white man, which is Edomite in slavery. You should come back in that chariot, so-called UFO. And they go look for you and say, this man mad, you know. Right, we get it all the while. It's so mad. I always say, yo, who you going to roll your head next? And they go, yeah, right. Right? So to them are foolish. Right?
But unto us which are saved, it is the power of the Most High. For it is written, I will destroy the wisdom of the wise, and will bring to nothing the understanding of the prudent.
Right. So the anything we get exalted in a road, how it come to naught. For instance, the main thing we get exalted, a Big Bang Theory. Prophets them come out, smash it.
Watch that.
Rubbish. Christianity, prophets them come out, smash it. Rubbish. Muslim Islam come out, smash it. Rubbish. You see me, casting down everything will exalt itself against you, how about she more shy. You see me? Right, so everything will get exalted, the wisdom of this world, prophets and come out and say, rubbish to them. And the prophets are regular man. No for when I go college. You see me, have a degree and a diploma and a master's.
No theological school.
Yeah, no theological school. None of them go that. You see me, no one nobody will actually go that. So regular men, yo. Some of them maybe not even go in a church. Right, and come up break down Bible to the T. Because the Spirit of the Most High. Go on.
Where is the wise? Where is the scribe? Where is the disputer of this world? Had not the Most High made foolish the wisdom of this world?
Rubbish, yeah? Because they say Jamaican Christian nation, everything them stand upon to prove it. Rubbish. Because go against the Bible and the idea.
For after that, in the wisdom of the Most High, the world by wisdom knew not the Most High. It pleased the Most High by the foolishness of preaching to save them that believe.
Yeah, bro, you see some bag man on the roadside that teach Bible. Oh, man, you're mad man, about God that come. Kiss them teeth and gone on the road, yeah. But them will stop by and listen to the leg. They say, the movie please the Most High to save them. Right?
For the Jews require a sign.
Yeah, them have it, no, them have to see something to believe. You see me? And these two regular. Right? And the Jews are you so-called niggers and Haitians. Right? Yeah, that's it, you see me? Right? Which go back to even the whole Israel. Right?
And the Greeks seek after wisdom.
Right? Greek referring to the Israelite foreigners. Right? Them will basically the kingdom of Eden. Put it like that.
But we preach a Mashiach crucified, unto the Jews a stumbling block, and unto the Greeks foolishness.
That's why the regular DK rubbish. They can't get it. And the Israelite what man this? Rubbish. But then the thing what you call rubbish, and that are the Most High truth. And what you call wisdom, Most High look upon it as rubbish, kind of idea how the Most High be true and the man a liar.
But unto them which are called, both Jews and Greeks, Hamashiach, the power of the Most High, and the wisdom of the Most High, because the foolishness of the Most High is wiser than men, and the weakness of the Most High is stronger than men.
Alright. Verse much,
35.
How much?
35.
25?
Carry to 28.
Right, one.
For ye see your calling, brethren, how that not many wise men after the flesh, not many mighty.
Yeah, he said, you see your calling. Paul tell you, say, yo, look upon the calling, look how who come to the truth. Not many mighty, not many wise, not many eloquent man who have some bag of degree. Go on, read that book again.
Go on. For ye see your calling, brethren, how that not many wise men after the flesh, not many mighty, not many noble
people of authority. They like the line of politician, kind of people in upper echelon of society were well famous. Jay-Z, Beyonce, none of them, yo. Go on.
Are called. But the Most High had chosen the foolish things.
Things were base. Is a regular man.
Of the world to confound the wise.
So the Most High just put in spirit upon the man when I says a regular man when you see on the roadside. Put in spirit upon him and rise him up from the ashes and confound all the way you think is right in the society. Because they're rubbish.
Yeah, how shall I say it? You say, thank your Father, say, to hide these things from the wise and prudent man.
You
say, but the Most High had chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise. And the Most High had chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty, and base things of the world and things which are despised had the Most High chosen, yea, and the things which are not, to bring to naught things that are.
Right, so things that are not, and to bring to what? Bring to naught right? Things that hard, things where people look up to.
Come.
You see me? And that's how the Most High work here. Right, you can read chapter 2, verse 1 actually. You see what it is. So.
And this is 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 1. And I, brethren, when I came to you, came not with excellency of speech or of wisdom, declaring unto you the testimony of the Most High. Right. So I guess Paul has said basically, he never come and I speak as how them pastors are dressed up in ties and tuxedo suits, speaking, using a lot of big words, you know, trying to persuade the minds of men, you see me? With words, wise words, using the wisdom of this world, you know, to try and win over the people unto the Most High. Paul has said, never come like that. You know what I mean? Continue.
Verse actually.
First one, we just drop.
Oh, yeah, can you just say? This is Matthew chapter 12 and verse 25. It said, and at that time Yahushua answered and said, I thank thee, O Father, Yahweh of heaven and earth, because thou hast hid these things from the wise and prudent, and hast revealed them unto babes. Even so, Father, for so it seemed good in thy sight.
The Most High reveal them something to them pastors, they were in the mega churches, the TD Jakes, Apostle Gino Jennings. The Most High don't reveal him secret unto them, he reveal it unto regular man where in the streets talk about them day-to-day life, them 9 to 5, you know. I see that bread of support for them family. You know what I mean? The regular man will go unnoticed within society. The man the Most High live for, you know, for preach this, bring forth this gospel. Gospel of Yahweh Hashem Shai.
Yes, we said that him use the lowly things and confound the things that are on high. Because you see, they say with that which is highly esteemed among men is abominable. Right? So your celebrities, them, your politicians, all of them abominable. Yeah. See, man, a whole lot of load shit them are going with. Right? The mega church pastor, them, them have him murder, they lies and teach. You see me? So just that, there's edification in regards to who can receive it. So the prophets are just regular men, so you don't look for no great sign or nothing like that, And then you hear a man teach the Bible, prove all things, You see me? Alright, you said that Bible will find out. You see me, go through it for yourself, and the scripture say, them of Berea were more noble than them of Thessalonica. Them search the scriptures daily, whether those things were so. As you know who is right here and who is wrong. Alright, so that was the lesson. Alright, so I hope it was edifying until you like out there giving our praises to our power Yahweh, or Hashem Yahushai, or Hashem Rakah Kodash. The brothers and two elders and apostles of Great Millstone, shalom to those who like.
Shalom.